Hey, welcome back. This impeachment thing, although it's driving me crazy, it is a historical thing. And it's only happened 3 times in history, and this is the third one. Maybe the third one's the charm, maybe that's what the Democrats think, but it's never worked before to actually get a president out of office. But my perspective isn't all that counts around here, and we bring on a Democrat and a Republican every single day to talk about stuff like this, and we have a thoughtful conversation, and you decide. Joining me today is Republican attorney Manny Alicandro, also formerly a candidate for New York City Public Advocate right here in New York, and Walker Bragman. He's a independent journalist. He's a non-practicing attorney and a good friend of the show. Also, I see you got a little haircut, a little trim up since I saw you last.
I did.
You're looking
indeed.
good. It's different. I said, "Where's Walker?" They said he's there. I said, "It's not him." Anyhow, let's take a look at some of the craziness coming out of Washington, and then I want you guys get your guys' thoughts on this. Let's take a look at that impeachment clip right there.
One part of one faction wanted this outcome. The House's conduct risks deeply damaging the institutions of American government. This particular House of Representatives has let its partisan rage at this particular president create a toxic new precedent that will echo well into the future.
So Walker, Nancy Pelosi said it's got to be factual, compelling, and bipartisan. From my view, it was none of those things. Does this create the opening where every time somebody's in power, they're just going to try to impeach the president now?
Well, hang on. Let's review what happened. I mean, you have a U.S. president who is using the weight of his office to get a foreign nation to investigate a political rival in the middle of an election cycle. That is an abuse of power, clear abuse of power. I think that the limited scope of the impeachment is the problem, not that they went after him for
problem.
Yeah, for the bare minimum. I mean, this is literally the bare minimum.
This whole thing makes no sense whatsoever.
Okay, hang on. It makes no sense. Impeachment stems from two two types of abuse of authority: the president's powers commander-in-chief,
right,
and his domestic power. This president tried to get law enforcement, U.S. law enforcement, to help a foreign nation.
Totally overblown. This whole thing's overblown. If the president,
that is an abuse of domestic power and his powers.
We have 3 branches of government. For the president and his counsel to go to the court to determine if he has to comply with a subpoena, that's an obstruction of Congress. Are you kidding me? That's absolutely preposterous. What I submit to you right now is I want an investigation. Are Adam Schiff, Nancy Pelosi, Jerry Nadler, are they working with the Democratic candidates running for president? I mean, they are directly talking about election meddling. They're meddling with the 2020 election.
If Barack Obama had done this and asked a foreign nation and not
how do we know he didn't?
How
do we know he didn't?
Well, he kind of did. He told Medvedev, he said, "Hey, tell Vladimir I could be a lot more flexible after the election. We'll do our deals later on."
Whistleblowers. Hang on. There were whistleblowers. Barack Obama just prosecuted them. But let's take a step back. Ukraine is a country that
Eric Holder ignored
Russia
multiple
invaded
subpoenas
Crimea.
from
Fast and the Furious. What about that? What about
Russia
that?
invaded Crimea. It's already shown it's got designs on Ukraine. The U.S. withheld aid. We're not going to do anything for you. But unless you do this, we need something in return.
Look, there's an expression my mother used to use when people play records, right? A broken record. This is so repetitive. It's the same thing over and over again. I'm so frustrated with it.
It's even a campaign finance violation. It's
so
its most basic level. It's even a.
Let's go to the Senate.
All right, wait. I want to ask you this, but did Joe Biden say, admittedly himself, "I told them, fire that prosecutor, or I'm taking $1 billion in U.S. aid and I'm going home"? Did he say those words?
Look,
is that like a clear-cut quid pro quo? Look, fire him, or I'm not. You're not getting $1 billion.
What was the interest Biden?
My binary was. Did Biden say those words? That was like a lot more clear than all this
he did,
supposition.
but you're taking them very out of context.
I'm not.
Oh,
You
but
are.
that's taken out of
I'm
context.
not.
Wait
He's
a
the
minute.
vice president.
But the
He's
call with the
charging
Ukrainian
strange
president, that's
strategy.
not taken out of context.
It is because
Give me a
Biden was
break.
asking them to investigate, and the prosecutor was not investigating. That's the difference. Biden was asking to investigate, which could have personally implicated his son, who, by the way, I agree, had no business on that board.
Okay.
I agree
Oh,
with
we
you
agree.
there.
We agree. Thank you.
But
We ring the bell. We agree.
you
on
guys are
something.
just
That's good.
hand waving this, like, oh,
Not
it's
hand-waving
fine
it.
that the president tried to
It
extort
is.
a
No,
foreign
no, no,
power
he
into
didn't extort
investigating
anything.
a
You know what?
political
Do you realize how
rival.
much you
It
throw
is
these words
extortion.
around? Extortion, bribery.
It is.
You're an
If you're-
attorney. They
if
have
you're
strict
a country
black
that is
letter
under
law definitions.
If you are a country that has a hostile neighbor that has already invaded territory, and the aid that you rely on to maintain your independence is being withheld unless you investigate
now
a
it
political
matters
rival.
because of the country?
This is not a benefit.
Wait, but
What's the benefit?
Did
Who is
Barack
the benefit
Obama
to?
give them any military help? Because he didn't give them anything. They wanted Javelin missiles from Obama. He wouldn't give them to Ukraine at all. He didn't give them anything.
So if
right?
Trump had
Wrong.
this discussion with Canada, it wouldn't matter? It only matters because it's Ukraine? I mean, the
No,
whole thing's overblown.
It would matter no matter who the foreign nation is. If we're withholding something, who does the benefit? Who is it benefiting? Is it benefiting the United States that he's demanding that they investigate
Yes,
Joe
it-
Biden?
yes, it does.
Or is it benefiting him personally?
No.
The overarching
It's
goal is
No, it is not to benefit the
to
United States.
is.
stifle
Very
any type of
clearly
election
not.
meddling.
It is
Don't
very
would you
clearly
agree
not.
with that? Would you agree we want to have elections where foreigners don't interfere, foreign actors don't interfere with our elections? Don't you want that to happen? I do.
Of course, but that's not what he did. That is not unrelated to what he did. He asked Ukraine to investigate a political rival to take heat off of himself.
He has to investigate the former vice president, okay? Not,
we don't
hey,
even know
go
if he's-
after my rival so that he doesn't go against me. The former vice president, I think, may have been involved in something shady or possibly illegal. Can you look into that for me? And I'm going to have my attorney general get in touch with you. I don't see anything there.
Which is implicating domestic law enforcement as well as his abuse of
But
foreign.
we don't even know if Biden's going to get the nomination. So this much,
Yes.
this is what
There's
much
a lot-
ado
there's
about
a lot of
nothing
candidates
He's
potentially.
in the race.
polling in the lead
So
for the
what?
nomination. I mean, granted,
Limping.
personally, I don't think he's going to get the nomination, but he's still polling in the lead, and that doesn't mean that Trump doesn't think that.
Seriously, look, today's a sad day. It's a sad day in the history of this country.
You're
Yes.
right, because we have a
Okay.
president who has not only abused this authority. I think he should have been. I think he should have been impeached for far more things, for his handling of immigration policy, which is
Impeach.
Yeah, impeach. It's separating families is psychological torture.
Okay.
And I defy anyone who is a parent to tell me otherwise.
All right, thoughtful conversation is always
and his
had
abuse
here.
of war
Okay,
powers.
all voices are heard. Not that I agree with Walker, but he is quite insightful, in my opinion. We're going to take a quick break. We're going to come back with Manny and Walker. We're going to talk about some other stuff that's going on. Trump attacking some of his opponents, and Michael Bloomberg saying Joe Biden's not qualified to be president. All that and more right after this quick break. Come back right at you.